Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week in Destiny, we're feeling festive. It's that time of the year again, and the dawning is right around the corner. So pull out those oven mitts, prep the oven, and get ready to bake the tastiest treats, Guardian. Let's jump into it. Topics for this week: the Dawning Preview, showing us your baking skills. Season of the Wish updates, Fireteam Finder beta is live, and Warlords Ruin Bungie rewards. And let's start with the Dawning Preview. The Dawning is back. Gather ingredients, bake some cookies with Holiday Oven, and gift them to your favorite characters for sweet rewards. Eva Levante is waiting in the tower for you. No lies, actually, one of my favorite events. Just saying. I know, like it's like the same thing every year, but I don't know. I get into the whole making cookies for everybody thing. It just gets me, man. Here are the key things you need to know about during the event. Baking cookies. Gather ingredients and Dawning Essence by defeating enemies and completing various activities and bounties. Once you have enough ingredients, you can combine them in Eva's Holiday Oven 2.1 to create yummy treats like Galler Doodles, classic butter cookies, and more. Eva's Holiday Oven 2.1 can be located in your quest tab and is acquired from Eva Levante, and you can gift these treats to characters across the system in exchange for rewards. I'm curious to know if we're going to get another memento for this, considering we just got one for the Halloween event. Now, upgrades. Purchase a variety of upgrades using Dawning Spirit, which you can get by completing event card challenges, activating boons of friendship, and delivering baked treats. Upgrades will last for the duration of the event and provide bonus event rewards, the ability to earn Dawning weapons with additional perks from Eva, increased power and utility for your stasis snowballs, and weapon focusing that allows for targeted weapon drops. By the way, something a lot of people don't know, for some reason, stasis snowballs are like fantastic for weapon leveling. Maybe there's some unlocks or something like that. All right, now stasis snowballs. This year, we've updated the way snowballs are spawned. Eliminations using Dawning weapons or abilities will create a snowball spawn point where an enemy was defeated. Oh. Now, new Dawning Memento. We also have a new memento this year, the Dawning Memento. Pick up the Winter's Night quest from Eva Levante for your chance to earn the Dawning Memento reward. Additional mementos can be acquired from opening a gift in return once the first memento is acquired. Oh my God. I can fuck with this. More FOMO? You damn right. That's the way it's supposed to be. Holiday events are supposed to bring about FOMO. Okay, and look, understand, this is just like a little aesthetic here, right? A little flair on your weapons. But back in RuneScape, if you imagine missing out on party hats, imagine missing out on Christmas crackers and Santa hats, right? Can you imagine? You would be sick to your stomach. I think this is okay. And yes, if this gives you FOMO, so be it. This is sexy. We need more of this. Thank you, Bungie. All right, new Dawning weapon, Albedo Wing. In addition, we have a new Glaive this year, the Albedo Wing. You can acquire this weapon from event challenges, weapon focusing, or festive Ingrams, which can be purchased using a gift in return and Dawning Spirit. All right, this is the Glaive, everybody. I know you all wanted another Glaive. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Now, hold on. Here's the thing. Glaives are doing better. So the Seps got a buff. Triton Vice on Hunters also got a buff. I'm not saying you're going to pop off of this Glaive, but, now's a better time to use one, right? This is Destiny's second hard-hitting aggressive Glaive and can roll some of the new perks from the season. This one includes the very new, very cool Beacon Rounds perk, which is otherwise only found on rocket-assisted sidearms. What? Dude, that's going to be nuts. It does a lot of damage, too. You're going to have Beacon Rounds on a Glaive? All right. This actually may be worth using. All right, Dawning weapon perks. Included below is a roundup of notable weapon perks that appear on this year's Dawning weapons. We've updated all the existing Dawning weapons with new perks too. Deconstruct. Dealing sustained damage grants bonus damage against vehicles and constructs and partially refills the magazine damage with primary ammo or against constructs provided to show progress. Constructs include barricades, turrets, stasis crystals, and other objects created in the field. This perk description states that it partially refills the magazine, but we like to clarify that this pulls ammo from thin air, not reserves. Now, Attrition Orbs. Dealing sustained damage creates an orb of power. Cold Steel. Powered sword hits slow targets. Actually a good perk. Beacon Rounds. Final moves of this weapon grant your projectiles tracking. Dealing further damage extends the duration. And Dawning Surprise Origin trait. Rapidly defeating targets awards a Dawning gift. Defeated powerful targets count as more than one. Now, keep an eye out for Zephyr, the only stasis sword for now, with the Cold Steel trait. Also notes that the damage bonus from Deconstruct stacks with the Hawkeye Breach Armaments Origin trait that you can select on Albedo Wing. This is alongside the Dawning Surprise Origin trait that appears on all Dawning weapons. Yeah, I still got mine. Granted, you know, we're going to see what else is going to be on Zephyr. But yeah, you can get Cold Steel. You can apply Slow, Shatter. It has, you know, anti-champion capabilities with that if you don't get stomped to death. Now, comfy, cozy donning beanie. There's no better way to get into a festive mood than by dressing the part, Guardians. So what better way to celebrate the season than with the cozy and stylish Bungie Rewards donning beanie? Let's see if we got the thing on top. Not only does this beanie come with embroidered donning logo, but you also have the option to change up your style on the fly with a removable palm. Wow, it's got a removable palm? What? Starting December 12th, the donning beanie will be available to purchase for all players who complete the Amateur Baker Event Challenge by June the 3rd, 2024. Check out the Bungie store for these and other Bungie rewards. Spread the holiday cheer, Guardians. I would never wear one of these in Florida, but for my folks that live in colder environments, could be great for you. Yeah. Now, the Great Donning Bake Off. This year, we want to do something extra special outside of the game. Welcome to the Great Donning Bake Off. We want Guardians everywhere to make their best desserts and share them with the community through pictures and videos, so the spirit of the donning reaches every corner of the world. You can go all in and make your own version of the donning cookies with a little help from dude, man, every fucking year, every pronunciation. Abulita. Hey, Abulita. I'm saying that right? Abulita. Now you can go all in and make your own version of the donning cookies with a little help from Abulita Eve Levante. Or you could try something different, a Vex Tres Leches cake. Oh, I've had some Leches Tres cake. Some tasty scones inspired by the Scorn gingerbread ball, a dessert that's unique to the region you live in. As long as you take inspiration from the donning, Season the Wish or Destiny 2 will love it. Blow our minds with your culinary skills. There's only 1 week to make your best dessert starting today. The winners will be chosen among those who submit their entries using the hashtag DonningBakeOff hashtag. The creations will be featured in the TWAB, and they'll be awarded the Art of the Week or Movie of the Week emblems, as well as the very special Draconis Tetrachroma emblem. Don't forget to include your Bungie ID in your submission so we can find you. Good God, look at that emblem. That is sexy. All right, let's move on. Season the Wish launch updates. With the launch of Season the Wish, we've seen a lot of great feedback and discussion that we've shared our thoughts on. Here are the highlights of each topic. Blind Well. One of our goals is to make sure players know from the start that there's increased difficulty and new loot for this activity. It's also not an activity players will have to do every week. They won't need to return to the Blind Well until week 6. We'll have one seasonal challenge tied to the Blind Well later in the season and one heroic Blind Well completion requirement for the seal. Now, Riven's Lair and the Coil. Our goal was for loot to be front and center, especially for players who go for a platinum score. As this is only week 1, just a reminder that different paths through the coil will be rotating each week. From our early observations, the shard economy is too unforgiving, and the team is looking to improve on this. All right, so even better rewards, okay. Now, PvP updates. Control will be available as a selectable mode while Checkmate Control is active. We have no plans to turn Checkmate on across all Crucible. Instead, we're aiming for a midway point for ability cooldowns and weapon cooldowns that doesn't result in specific weapons dominating. We are aware of some issues with Checkmate special ammo implementation, and we're trying various new approaches to improve the system. We will be regularly tuning Checkmate's time to kill, and our target going forward is to keep optimal TTK consistent with the current Crucible sandbox. We'll be looking to reduce body shot damage. The end result is an increase in the skill gap, where consistent headshots are rewarded with faster time to kill. We're aware of the spawn issues in Countdown Rush on the Citadel and Multiplex. We'll be temporarily disabling these maps in competitive. All right, so yeah, here's the thing. A lot of people, when Checkmate was like the main game mode you could play last week, as far as the 6v6 rotator, everyone was really disliking that. You know, I think having, time to kills, optimal time to kills, similar to what we've been used to for years, is the best way going forward. However, if there is more emphasis on precision, I'm all for that. You know, you want to reward that will actually widen that skill gap. You want more emphasis to be on landing crits more than anything else. But also, I think Checkmate needs to bring its TTK values in line with the rest of Crucible, because it's just confusing, man. You take one weapon archetype in there, it's noticeably worse, right, than what you would experience in regular Crucible, even when landing crits. It's just the time to kill difference there is jarring, right? Now, new Rocket Sidearm. The new Sidearm archetype should give more opportunity to counteract barrier champions with this season's artifact. It's really good, by the way. Fireteam Finder updates. Known issue. The auto-selected launch screen after summoning your Fireteam to orbit isn't respecting existing checkpoints. Our next beta will add additional options into the title builder to help convey your lobby's purpose. From what I've seen in Fireteam Finder, we used it again yesterday. It's such a good update, by the way. But you can't select specifically the checkpoint you're at. Like if you're like, look, I'm just here to farm the boss. I don't think that there's a single option there that you can select for people to see if they're looking to just farm a boss with you, right? And now check out the original post 1, 2, and 3 for the Destiny 2's team update on Fireteam Finder beta. Now, vault from orbits. We have a fix for a bug allowing players to vault from an activity without the proper UI or full Fireteam support. Due to the positive reception for this bug, we plan to revert this fix in a January update. Our goal is to allow your full Fireteam to be able to vault from anywhere in an update after the final shape. Again, guys, if you are already in an activity, but you want to access your vault, if you're the Fireteam leader, go to destinations, open up destinations, select an activity or even the activity that you're in as if you're going to load in. The button will then pop up for you to select vault or open your vault. You can then open up and access your vault while in the activity. And I know everyone's going to say, but Cross, people got dim. Obviously, you can use dim, but this is a great way for people that don't have access to dim. You can access your vault, especially for my solo players. Now, orb cooldown changes. We've been monitoring feedback around orb creation cooldowns and have a change going out with our next update, currently targeted for next week. Equipping multiple copies of the armor mods Heavy-Handed, Firepower, and Reaper now decreases their orb creation cooldown. So like Reaper, guys, you have like 10 seconds to get a kill after activating your class ability. I'm assuming, I don't know to what degree it's actually going to drop that or increase that, or even if it even increases. They may just be talking about the orb creation cooldown and nothing else, but we'll be testing those changes. Now, focusing cost changes. We're reducing the focusing cost for ritual vendors in next week's update. All Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard Ops Legacy focusing will cost 3 Ingrams. Unobtainable Nightfall weapons will still cost 5 Ingrams. Now, Fireteam Finder beta is live. Thank you all for participating in the Raids stress test last week, Guardians. It was a successful event as we watched teams being formed and successfully clearing raids. An impressive 42% of all participants cleared their raids, with new Fireteams only taking 7 or more minutes on average than pre-made Fireteams. The test went so well that we are even able to turn on all activities for the last hour of the test. We gathered a lot of valuable data to help make the necessary tweaks and improvements. We had our no mic run. Honestly, it was like the smoothest raid run I've had, even smoother than like people from my own friends list. It was really good. Now, yesterday, we opened the Fireteam Finder beta with access to all activities. If you want to grab a Fireteam for Warlord's Ruin or maybe do a run through the coil for some seasonal weapons and armor, now is your chance. Remember to play nice, pay attention to the tags, and honor the oath. There are 2 ways to access Fireteam Finder. From the director using the roster tab, and then using the Fireteam Finder access point found on every activity's launch screen. In both cases, you'll be able to search for a Fireteam or create a listing under a series of options to specify the group that you're trying to build. Again, I think Fireteam Finder is going to change Destiny. I think there are a lot of people, maybe they didn't have access to LFG, but just having it accessible in game, that ease of use. I am using it multiple times. We've already used it. I'm going to continue to use it. I think it's a great resource to have. I wish we weren't in year 9 when we were finally getting it, but I'm glad we're finally getting it. Now, Warlord's Ruin vest and pin. So you've delved deep into Warlord's Ruin in search of glory and some new cool weapons, maybe even the new exotic sidearm. And after a brief stint behind bars and a showdown with the soul of a long-dead, revengeful Kara, you've come out victorious. You deserve some rest and a vest. Oh my God, that was elaborate, Bungie. All right, if you're a vest kind of guy, there you go, or gal. Players who completed Warlord's Ruin by June the 3rd can purchase this sleek Warlord's Ruin reversible vest and pin as part of Bungie rewards. And for those who earned the Wrathbearer title in by June the 3rd, you can also purchase the Wrathbearer title pin. Outside of that, guys, Vault from Activity Update. With the release of Update 7.3.0.1 on December 5th, we deployed a fix for a bug that allowed players to vault from an activity without the proper UI or full Fireteam support. We plan on reverting this fix in January update and allowing players to retain the current level of vault access. Our goal is to allow full Fireteams to vault from anywhere in an update after the Final Shape launches. Frequently asked questions for the Final Shape delay. For those who have questions regarding the Final Shape pre-order, related pre-order items, and the Collector's Edition and more, please visit our frequently asked questions. Okay, so what are the frequently asked questions? What will happen in my pre-order with this new release date? Please keep an eye out for an email from a chosen platform. What will happen to my instant unlock pre-order bonus items with this new release date? Those who previously pre-ordered the Final Shape Standard Edition or Final Shape Plus Annual Pass and acquired the items from the Special Deliveries Terminal in the tower will retain access to their in-game pre-order bonus items. What will happen with my Collector's Edition? The Final Shape Collector's Edition units will begin shipping in March, so owners will be able to dig into the secrets waiting within their Destiny Tower architectural replica before the final shape launches. For additional support, Bungie store can be contacted here. I wonder if that give you any kind of edge, any type of advantage. What will happen during the Season of the Wish extension period? In addition to everything Season of the Wish will have to offer in its first 3 months, we will be delivering additional game content available to all players in the months leading up to the launch of the final shape. As mentioned above, we'll have more details to share in 2024. Will this affect the release date for Episode Echoes? The release date for Episode Echoes will now shift to June, shortly after the launch of the final shape. And does this affect the amount of content included in the annual pass? No. Everything offered in the final shape plus annual pass, including the 3 episodes following the launch of the final shape, will continue to be included with this purchase. All right. Hopefully that answers some of y'all's questions. All right. Updated updated text chat filtering. One of our core values is creating worlds that inspire friendship, which includes protecting players and encouraging positive teamwork. With this aim, we will be implementing significant improvements to text chat language filters in early December. Some things to note. Number 1, to minimize unintended behavior. This will be the first step of a multi-phase rollout. We will continually audit the filter's performance and update its rules. Number 2, players can still toggle allow profanity on and off through the in-game social settings. However, in the initial rollout, some of these settings may be overridden by the new filters. This means some players may temporarily see terms that were previously hidden by their personal settings. We're working to resolve this in a future phase. Number 3, the system will prioritize the 13 languages and dialects officially supported by Destiny 2. Players chatting in non-supported languages may experience the system filtering out words that did not violate the code of conduct. Number 4, initially, the system will automatically filter language, but not affect any player accounts. However, while auditing the system's performance, Bungie staff may manually act on behavior that violates our code of contact. All right. These are our known issues. Issues with Devour. A Gambit Legacy Armor chest piece will cost legendary shards instead of Glimmer. Yeah, it costs 15,000 legendary shards. Please don't buy it. Or I guess do if you don't care about your shards. The exotic catalyst quest for a Dragon's Breath is not progressing the seasonal activity as expected. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on with it. Here we go. Tier 4 runs of Blindwell are granting less progress to the City and Wish built seasonal challenge in lower tiers. Guys, I don't know why it was only given like 5%. Just do the lower tiers or go do just go do lost sectors. It's faster. All right, wasn't there some tweets? Was there some tweets from Bungie? Okay, so for those that don't know, last night Bungie actually replaced Iron Banner Tribute with Iron Banner Control. So if you hated the game mode in Iron Banner this past week, it's gone. You've got normal control now. Okay, I think that's it. Now, as a final note here from Bungie, and there we have it for this week in Destiny. We look forward to seeing your real-life holiday dessert skills on display. Meanwhile, spend some more time with our old pal, Riven. Either gathering her eggs or completing runs in the core. You could also go deep into Warlord's Ruin and maybe even try to complete it solo for the title. Or if you prefer, you could just spread some fiery mayhem with Dragon's Breath in order to unlock its catalyst. Whichever way you're enjoying the new season, have fun. Thanks for hanging out with us, the Destiny 2 team. All right, guys, that's your TWAB.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.